Howdy-ho, Andrew here. Welcome to the Onion Buns and welcome to another episode of Let's Talk Oilers. Oilers versus Penguins, December 16, 2025, Game 34. Pre-show. Now, again, I make some outrageous statements in this pre-show, so I'm just going to remind everybody, I write the pre-shows before I see the game, and I don't go back and edit them to make myself look good. So about 80% of the time, I actually turn out correct, but there's always that 20% where, yeah, that did not work out. That's what's going on today. Pre-show. Skinner versus Jarry is upon us. The Oiler fan in me wants an Oilers win. But how Stu was treated in Edmonton has a part of me hoping for Stu to get a shutout. He didn't. And if the Oilers play like they did in versus the Canadiens, a shutout is not unthinkable. We better not see a game like that tonight. I don't think we will see that horrible performance as McDavid gets up to play against Crosby. Like, McDavid seems to have his best games of the year against Crosby's Pittsburgh Penguins. So I really didn't expect a repeat from the Canadiens game or the Buffalo game 4 games ago. But who knows? Pittsburgh's not a playoff team, and the Oilers love to play down to their opponents. And they kind of did today as well. Only change in the lineup is Hudson's in on the fourth line with Lazar and Fredericks. But who cares? They play like 4 or 5 minutes a game. Jarry is in net. I'll be honest, I want to see the Oilers play to their skill level and force Pittsburgh to rise to that. Or I want to see Stu shut the door and get the shutout. I do not want to see us only play 20 minutes, but get rewarded because that just makes the team think they can do that nightly. And we need to stop that already. We need this team to start playing a full 60-minute game. All right, that was my pre-show. Period 1. Oilers penalty at 13:46, Ekholm for tripping. Penguins goal at 12:05, power play. Penguins do what Edmonton refuses to do in the last 2 games, shoot to the upper left corner. Goal is challenged for offside. Challenge is successful. No goal. Still 0-0. Penguins penalty at 10:48. Interference. Oilers get their first shot of the period at the 10-minute mark. So I was worried in the first 10 minutes because we didn't even get a shot on net. So they were definitely playing down to their opponent. Penguins penalty at 9:40. Holding. Oilers 5-on-3 for 52 seconds. Penguins penalty, 9:22. Puck over the boards. First penalty is over. Oilers 5-on-3 for the next 1 minute and 30 seconds still. Oilers goal at 8:22. Hyman from Leon and McDavid. It was a fast passing play, but the Pens break up the final pass. Hyman in the slot to bang the puck in. Leon gets his 1,000th point. 1-0 Oilers. Oilers still on the power play for 1:34. Oilers goal at 8:08. McDavid, Leon from Bouchard. McDavid skates around the Pens players and Deke Skinner. 2-0 Oilers. So he did this twice against the Leafs, and he did it again this game as he went through the entire team and Deke the goalie scored. Pens are really on their heels right now, but Skinner's keeping them in the game, despite 2 power play goals against. McDavid has shown up to play, but that's normal when he faces Crosby. Pens goal at 44.1 seconds of the first period. It was a broken clear shot attempt grabbed by the Pens, who lift the puck over Jarry. 2-1 for the Oilers. End of the first period. Shots on goal were 10-8 for the Oilers. Score is 2-1 for the Oilers. So gets a shutout for Skinner or Jarry, no longer a possibility. Oilers took advantage getting 2 minutes and 12 seconds of a 5-on-3 power play. And then McDavid did what we've seen him do time and time again. Undress the entire opponent's team and score. Pittsburgh got unlucky on the offside, but Jarry fell victim to the very normal defensive zone turnover in front of the net. I mean, that's what it was. It was Oilers turned it over, it went to the front of the net, they shot it in. The Penguins, and we've seen this all season from the Oilers in our defensive zone. They always seem to try to pass it up the middle of the ice rather than just making the safe play around the boards. Oilers should be pumped for the rest of the game off of Leon's hitting the 1,000 point club. Second period should be interesting. Second period. Lazar shaken up at 17:34. He went hard into the boards and buckled his right leg. he couldn't even put any weight on the leg. He had to be lifted up and carried off the ice, basically, like, this, and supported. But he raced straight down to the dressing room. Nobody expected him to come back. This doesn't look good. Oilers goal at 15:25. Savoy from Regula and Janmark. It was a fast shot by Savoy. They got the puck to Savoy, who usually Savoy does what Yamamoto used to do. He catches the puck, he stops, and then he shoots. And if he had done that, Skinner would have stopped this puck. But instead, the puck came to, and he shot it directly, and he handcuffed Skinner, and it went through the 5-hole and in. Savoy needs to do more of this. Oilers penalty at 14:30, Leon for roughing. Penn's goal at 13:36, point blank blast through Jari. Just boom. Carlson, big shot. 3-2 for the Oilers. Penn's penalty at 11:54, cross-checking. Oilers goal at 10:24, Bouchard from McDavid and Leon. Bouchard wrist shots from the blue line. Finds, it was a seeing eye puck. It went through 4 screens. All season we've seen Bouchard not get this shot through. Today he got the shot through and it fooled Skinner. And found the way to the back of the net. 4-2 for the Oilers. A funny story about this. It's like, okay, it was a wrist shot, it was a flutter shot, a seeing eye shot went through. Well, for the rest of the game, the Oilers media, it was a boost bomb. It was maybe 30 miles an hour wrist shot. There is no bomb. I don't get me wrong. We need to see Bouchard shoot more. And I would prefer the slap shot because he has the powerful slap shot, but he doesn't seem to want to use that very much this year. But he got it through this time, and that's why it went in. But I mean, like, why can't we just say that? Why do they have to boost bomb and all that nonsense? Oilers penalty at 5:58. Nurse high sticking. Lazar amazingly back in the game. Like, there's no way this guy should be back in this game, but he comes out and he wins the face-off. Oilers penalty at 1:46, Regula, cross-checking, end of the second. Shots on goal, 18-17 for Pittsburgh, 4-2 for the Oilers. So let's just say neither goalie likely to have a great numbers this game. And this I was right on. This game is all about the power play, and the Oilers are winning that battle. 4 of the 6 goals that have been scored have been on the power play. 3 for the Oilers and 1 for the Penguins. And it should have been 2, if not for an offside. But at least we're getting an effort that was completely missing versus Montreal. Now, this was a sloppy game. Make no mistake about it. This was a sloppy game. But if we had gotten the effort we got tonight against the Canadiens, we would have beat the Canadiens as well. And this is why I rag so much when we get these games where they just go through the motions and they don't try. So far, the story of the game is 1, Leon hitting 1,000 points. 2, McDavid's once again on fire playing against Crosby. And 3, Lazar coming back. No one thought he was returning this game. He couldn't even put weight on his right leg when he went off the ice. Oilers are up by 2 and had the much better chances, but this game's not over. Third period should be exciting. Third period. Oilers goal at 13-13. Podkolzin from Leon and Ekholm. Oilers get a 2-on-1. Leon tries to pass to Savoy, but hits Penn's defender, skate, and it bounces back to a trailing Podkolzin, who has a wide open net, 5-2. So Leon tried to pass to Savoy, and Skinner was forced to play that pass because Savoy was wide open on the right side. So he shifted over, but it hit the Penn player and bounced right back, and Podkolzin just had a wide open net to deposit the puck. There was nothing Skinner could do on that. You kind of got to feel sorry for Stu Skinner. He faced 2 5-on-3s, and another couple penalty power plays, and then the unlucky bounce. It's like, when it rains, it pours. From as far as I can see, at the end of the game, okay, I'm going to jump ahead for a second. The Oilers do win 6-4, but as far as I can see, only 1 goal was Skinner's fault. Savoy already got the goal, the one that went through the 5-hole. Skinner should have stopped that. But other than that, you can't blame Skinner on these. Just bad luck. That should be his autobiography, it seems. Oilers penalty at 11:46. Emberson, double minor for high sticking. Nothing happening on the Pens power play. I think the Pens have checked out of this game, honestly. Pens only had 2 shots on a 4-minute power play, and they're guilty of what we've seen the Oilers do. Overpassing and not taking the shot. So, good for us, but if you're a Pens fan, you got to be really disappointed in that. And you could hear the boo birds. Pens pull Skinner with 3:30 left in the third, 6-on-5. Pens goal, 3:09. So now it's 5-3 Oilers. Pens pull Skinner again at 2:34, 6-on-5 again. Oilers goal, 1:19 McDavid. Empty net. McDavid steals the puck in the neutral zone and deposits into the empty net. 6-3 Oilers. And then the Pens score again at 13.4 left in the third period for a 6-4 Oilers. And that's the end of the game. Shots on net were 23-31 for Pittsburgh. Oilers win 6-4. Big night for McDavid and Leon. Leon hits 1,000 points and had 4 assists. McDavid had 2 goals and 2 assists and honestly dominated the Penguins. The story going into the game was Skinner and Jarry. Both end under 900 save percentage, but honestly, both were solid. Oilers were a beast on the power play and pretty much took the Penguins out of the game via the power play. Add in an empty net goal, and that's 4 of the Oilers' 6 goals. And then you add that weird bounce one for Podkolzin, that's 5 goals. So, like I said, 1 goal you can blame on Skinner. It was just the Oilers' night. Jarry was at 900 until late in the game, but the last 2 Penguin goals were identical and something to watch going forward on that style of play. What happened is both of these goals were identical. The Penguins got the puck behind the net and they put it into the front and fast shot it in. And I think they knew this is where Jarry was weak because this was intentional. And it's something to watch moving forward. This might be one of the tells on Jarry. And I've been watching for this because I didn't know much about Tristan Jarry. So I'm watching for his weaknesses. Like when I watch Skinner, you know his glove hand is weak. With Jarry, his glove hand's pretty good. His blocker's good. He's pretty agile. But it seems like there's a blind spot coming from behind the net and in. We'll just have, like I said, we'll just have to keep an eye on it. Also, for the life of me, I don't know how Sportsnet gave the Penguins 31 shots on net. I really don't. I didn't see it. I mean, it's no biggie, but certainly didn't see Penguins with 31 shots. Rob Brown said it best in the Ched postgame. Sloppy game where the Oilers stars outplayed everybody else. So my 3 stars for tonight are 1, Leon, 1,000 point milestone and 4 assists. 2, McDavid, 2 goals and 2 assists. And 3, I'm going to give it to Curtis Lazar just for being so freaking tough. There is absolutely no reason he comes back from that. And he did. For the Slugs, the only thing I can... it was a sloppy game, but what I'm going to say is lackadaisical defensive play in their own zone still for the Oilers. They got to clean this up. They got to start making safer plays, getting the puck out of our zone, and just be more present. Be more physical, be more invested in the defensive play in our zone. Oilers still playing more shinny than actual hockey, but today that was enough. Oilers are now 16-12-6. Next game is Thursday, December 18th, 2025 versus the Boston Bruins, 5 p.m. Sportsnet. And yeah, that's my recap for today. If you like this video, leave a like, a subscribe, and a share. I'm trying to grow my channel, and a like, a subscribe, and a share does me wonders, and I do appreciate it. It takes 1 second to subscribe, costs you absolutely nothing, helps me immensely. Just hit the subscribe button on the bottom of the screen. And if you're watching this on Rumble, please follow my channel. Always feel free to leave a comment. I encourage everybody to leave a comment. Not only does it get us interacting, but it really does help me with the YouTube algorithm and getting more eyes on my videos. And as always, pew, 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 and shit. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye.